Have you ever been in a relationship with someone you thought was the best thing ever? But then later on, you discover that this person controls and manipulates you and is only concerned with themselves? If you're in a relationship with a narcissistic partner, you may feel helpless and confused. What options do you have? You don't want to be like this for the rest of your life. Every day is challenging to live up to their standards and demands. You may not notice these at the beginning of your relationship. Still, the narcissist's real behaviors will become more apparent over time. Here's what you need to know: 10 behaviors of a narcissistic husband and how to handle them. Number 1. Your narcissistic husband will manipulate you. Do you feel that bad things will happen if you don't do something for your husband or give in to what your husband wants? Throughout the relationship, your narcissistic will make vague threats, even if you disagree with what they want. It's sometimes easier to just go along with it. Remember that narcissists will try to forcibly get what they wish through abuse, whether verbal, psychological, or emotional. This is a method of influencing and manipulating their partners to achieve their objectives. People in these relationships frequently forget what life was like before the manipulation began. It will all start as vague threats, but you will undoubtedly encounter more harmful threats that will manipulate you as your marriage progresses. Like narcissists, they use you to get what they desire every time. Number 2. Your narcissistic husband will make you feel you are not good enough. Narcissistic husbands need to be superior in everything, even in married life. You have feelings of insecurity that are out of proportion to your achievements. Your narcissistic husband has a habit of putting you down or making harsh remarks about what you do. Because you no longer have time for the things you used to enjoy, you've lost touch with them. You've started keeping secrets from your family or friends, or you're embarrassed about what's going on in your life. You tell lies to hide what your partner does or doesn't do. Perhaps you're always sleepy and have trouble getting out of bed in the morning. It's critical to comprehend and understand the workings of a narcissist, or you'll be left perplexed and shaking your head. It is necessary to recognize the personality for what it is. However, when you love someone, this might be difficult. Number 3. You don't feel connected with your narcissistic husband. Narcissistic husbands often only communicate with you when it is convenient for them. They frequently ignore you and spend most of their time on their phones. They've never genuinely asked what your plans are or how you and your partner can work together to create the life you want. Unlike the beginning of your relationship with them, you'll feel disconnected every day after marriage to a narcissist. Narcissistic husbands are constantly bragging about themselves and their achievements. They rarely show interest in or inquire about what is going on in your life. External factors such as work, prestige, and money resources contribute to their satisfaction. You're left wondering if they are capable of romantic love or emotional connection. As time passes, you'll wonder if the marriage is worth it because the connection appears to be deteriorating. Number 4. Your narcissistic husband will gaslight you every time. Gaslighting occurs when someone repeatedly denies things that you know to be true. It is a typical practice used by narcissists in abusive or controlling relationships. They will dupe you into believing that certain events never occurred due to something you said or did first. For example, your spouse might say something along the lines of, "You just don't remember, right?" regarding something you know happened. Your spouse may lie about your actions and alter reality to fit their version of events rather than the truth. If your spouse does this in front of relatives and friends, they may believe the problem is with you rather than your partner. Because your partner appears so lovely on the outside, it can be difficult for outsiders to understand what goes on behind closed doors. You could start to doubt yourself and wonder whether you're going insane. Gaslighting can make a partner doubt their perceptions and memory if done successfully. If your narcissistic husband gaslights you, This may lead to you having emotional or mental problems in the future. Number 5. Your narcissistic husband will make you feel you are responsible for everything. Narcissists believe you are the source of their sentiments, terrible ones. They think that you are to blame because you did not follow their strategy or made them feel vulnerable. Narcissists believe that everything is someone else's fault, including their own mistakes. You will not receive an apology from a narcissist because narcissists do not consider others on an equal footing with them. Apologizing is out of the question. Your narcissistic spouse will almost certainly never take responsibility for their behavior and always point the finger at you. It is your responsibility if something goes wrong, even if they are to blame. Everything awful that happens in their lives is somehow due to you, making you feel there's nothing you can do to help them. Narcissists strive to avoid taking responsibility for anything that goes wrong because their inner guiding voice is so critical and harsh. They place the blame on someone else to escape self-hatred. Number 6. Your narcissistic husband will criticize you constantly. Narcissists insult others to make themselves feel better. When they're feeling threatened in some way, they're more inclined to making insulting comments, fearful that their flaws may be exposed. Your partner is overly critical of your physical appearance. They could make remarks about your weight, clothing, or haircut. They make fun of you or criticize you, usually behind your back, but occasionally in front of your face. They seem to adore you and your appearance from the start, but they are currently criticizing you. What's more hurtful is that you expect your husband will appreciate you even in your ugliest state. Narcissists also make fun of others, particularly those they consider lesser than themselves. They are harshly critical of everyone in general. Number 7. Your narcissistic husband will ignore your needs. Narcissists will ignore your needs to condition you. The further they ignore you, the more they know you will chase them. Narcissistic husbands do this to be more powerful in their relationship. They will only act in their own best interests, not yours or your relationship. Your partner considers their wants and how events affect them, not yours or anybody else's, including your children. You may notice these things, such as they count on you to clean up after them. They want to have sex when they want it, but not when you want it. They get irritated when other people's families are treated better than your family. Number 8. Your narcissistic husband cheats on you. Narcissists are charming, and they know how to make people fall in love with them. A narcissist is a superb flirt and may be cheating on you. Because of your flirtation acts, you may continually question if your partner is faithful. Early in your relationship, they declare instantly that they will never lie or cheat. You'll notice that narcissistic husbands frequently cancel plans at the last minute due to work-related concerns. Their social media accounts look to be sketchy, and they lie compulsively. Your husband has probably already cheated on you, and nothing will stop him from doing so again. Number 9. Your narcissistic husband will use the silent treatment to control you. Your partner employs the silent treatment to exert control over you. They'll ignore you and withhold affection until they're in the mood to be kind again, usually only when it benefits them. You may believe that this conduct is typical or even expected of married individuals. On the other hand, the silent treatment is not a component of a healthy, loving, and respectful relationship. For a loving relationship to last, it must have open communication. Open communication involves communicating effectively and openly without fear of being judged or the conversation devolving into an argument. Silent treatment from a narcissistic husband destroys that open communication. Number 10. Your narcissistic husband makes you feel unloved. When you first met, you thought you were the most fantastic person. However, as the time passed and challenges emerged, your companion began to underestimate and disregard you. This is a warning sign that they aren't who they claim to be in the first place. You were probably getting love bombs at first to get you hooked. But once you are already married, the love bombs stop. Nothing is simple around narcissists, as you're undoubtedly aware. They keep you confused, uneasy, and uncertain of what's going on. The same is true when they are giving love. Narcissists frequently make their partners feel both adored and unloved all at once. Are you married to a narcissist? If so, you'll likely have to put in quite some effort to make the relationship work. Narcissistic husband behavior is a pattern that doesn't change. It plays out the same way every time. If you think you are married to a narcissist, the most important thing to understand is that there is nothing wrong with you. The problem isn't your marriage. His behavior is the problem. And until he gets help, it's not going to get better. I encourage you to comment on what you think below. Like this video and subscribe to this channel. Remember to watch this video right here.